What's up guys, my name is Chris Karyusai and welcome back to the Karyusai channel. This time around, second look at my time at Sandrock. Last time I said I'd make a second look video, and I did. In the first look video, I barred myself from checking out the wiki page, aside from the bachelorette part that is, so I could get the most genuine reaction and fully show my non-existent analytical ability. This time though, I'm holding no punches. Let's start off with the story of the game. After spending a whole in-game year, suffice to say that I'm currently at the third arc of the story progression. So the first arc is when you come to the town until you rebuild the Shonas Bridge and unlock Gecko Station. The second arc runs from there until Matilda gets kidnapped.
Say Fuzzy Pickles!
Yeah! Take it! Oh! Careful! I'll handle this!
Now that I'm here, I can tell you my take on the matter. I feel like the transition period between arcs feels a bit stale. Side quests are few and far between, and in my particular case, I bought a Super Do collector instead of civil machineries because I was simultaneously working on the in-depth farming guide. So I had to make up for the time and resources for that. I said the game felt stale because basically when rebuilding the bridge, I had to wait days for Heidi to give me an update, only to then refer me to Chi, who then told me to build something else. Once that's done, I gotta wait another 2 days before the bridge can be finished. And then after that, the bridge needs to be inspected. So an inspector came and asked me to build his tools. I was like, what the f, bro? Do you come here without bringing your tools? Do you just expect someone would build your tools for cheap over here? I'm starting to question this guy's capability to inspect bridges. Entering the third arc is a lot better, I'd say, because there's more action and more stories revealed.
Yeah, well, when I was here before, the sand was all piled up and I just walked up to that hole in the tail up there.
Well, not to worry. Us builders can head back to our workshops and cook something up. A ladder, an elevator for filling pans. Us?
I'm not making 2 trips.
That works too. Are you okay, Trudy?
I'm fine!
Saddle up, partners. Yep, up.
Although I'm not a big fan of the part where I had to wait 5 days for the trees to grow. I understand that this downtime is provided so players can catch up with technology, skills, levels, etc. One tip I'll give you is to not underestimate the importance of discs, so just hoard as many of them as you can. Another tip is to focus on leveling up the bonus XP perks, so you won't end up like me. Now I'm stuck in the skill tree progress while waiting forever to level up a skill. And then last tip I can share is that you'll want to improve the speed of your machines as soon as possible. On top of that, once you get the refiner, hoard as many jewels as you can and refine all your equipments and machines with the best effects you can get. In the last video I mentioned sand fishing, which I didn't do much of, to be honest. There are multiple fishing spots and you can even build a pond at your house for convenience. Each pond hosts different types of fish that prefer specific baits. Some ponds even have kingfish, and according to the wiki, you should prioritize catching the king when it appears. I haven't caught one myself yet though. Speaking of fish, I want to talk about the house renovation mechanic. I looked up my time at Sandrock builds and realized that I've been playing the game like a complete peasant. So I decided to head over to Heidi's place and do some building of my own. Turns out it is ridiculously expensive, and I'm too poor to afford it. Inflation really is ruining video games. But don't worry, I ended up building a stable, extending my farm and renovating my base layout to look somewhat acceptable. In my next video, I'll be sharing my journey to build these amazing bases that people posted. So subscribe and ring the bell to find out. During one of my busy days, Amira invited me to lunch. Turns out it's a group lunch with her circle, Pablo and Heidi. So in this game, if you befriend someone, you'll increase your relationship with their close friends as well, which is great because there are a lot of characters and it's difficult to keep tabs on everyone. Long story short, that lunch turned into firework watching date for me and Amira. I really love the dialogue here, it made my heart skip a bit.
Oh, okay, I take it back. It's beautiful. You really did an amazing job. These are stunning. Simply magnificent. Look. Though I do wish Pablo and Heidi could make it. You know, I always thought fireworks were superficial. But actually, perhaps I'm the one that's shallow. It's okay to enjoy moments like these. What do you mean? You're saying...
Speaking of which, the last game that made my heart skip a bit was Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town, which for me is still the benchmark when it comes to farming games. Anyway, I ended up getting friend-zoned by Amira. She basically wants me to earn the big 6, a 6-figure salary, 6 feet in height, and a 6-inch long tip of my pick hammer, before she'd consider dating me. A modern woman indeed. Since my relationship with Amira isn't going anywhere for a while, I decided to go for every girl in town. I mean, every legal girl in town. I had a date with Elsie, who I believe is still a kid, had lunch with Mian, and even received a seductive whisper from Nia. What I can tell you from this experience is that being a serial romantic makes it a lot more challenging to choose between the girls, as they all have such intricate stories to follow. Following through with the romance mechanic, you can supposedly start dating someone by giving them a heart knot, and eventually propose to them with a ring. On top of that, you can also break up, and you can also make up, and even divorce your partner. This is a first for me in a farming game, but it's a welcome feature nonetheless. From there, I focused on finishing my first year in Sandrock. I figured the least I could do was complete the year. There are many fun community events throughout the calendar that I failed to include in the first look video, such as Halloween, the Yakmal Run, the Year-End Festival. All these festivals feature mini-games that require active participation, so it's not an event where you just sit back and wait for the dialogue to run out. The Year-End Festival in particular piqued my interest. First, we have to serve kebabs to everyone, which is a fun minigame in itself. Then we get to dance around the bonfire. This dance honestly reminds me of a particular dance that I've seen somewhere before.
That is the stupidest dance move I've ever seen.
Who put you on the planet?
And to top it all off, we get to watch beautiful fireworks. I tried to capture some commemorative pictures here, but my camera work isn't exactly top notch. Anyway guys, that was my first year in Sandrock. Overall, I think I managed to catch up with the game's story progression pace and ended the year with a bang. I know the game doesn't stop here, there is still so much more to unlock. I still need to create an in-depth look at the farming mechanics, and I want to make a video where I marry everyone in a sequence, because I think that's possible. Plus, I have plenty more ideas brewing, so definitely stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.